Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutations to the hopeful elect that are pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. It's your brother Kazak Tazabah coming at you once again through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, Lord willing. This lesson is edifying. Now, Salakia. I had literally just made this video, and it didn't record a lick of it. It was probably about 30, 40 minutes or so. But this is going to be a condensed version of what I just brought out. So Salakia, if it's short, and straight to the point, but that's Satan. Satan is clearly not allowing, or it doesn't like the fact that this truth is getting put out, man. Because Satan he come to deceive, all right, to destroy, all right. But we just gonna jump right back on into it, man, through the spirit. Lord willing, it's still edifying. All right, so as you know, it's a lot taking place, all right, especially down there in the Texas border, all right, and there's to be quite honest, man, it's an invasion, man. It's just call a spade a spade. It's an invasion, and it's being allowed by the Biden administration, all right, and you got Texas that is branching off and trying to do his own thing, okay. The Texas governor Greg Abbott, all right, who sent I want to say about 1,500 troops, all right, to across the borders of Texas to avoid these migrants to continue to come in illegally, all right, and they're fed up, okay. They're fed up with Biden. They're fed up with the system, the government, okay, and they're doing their own thing in a sense, all right. So it says Texas refuses to comply with Biden administration cease and desist letter about the border crisis. So in other words, hey, they sent him a letter saying, hey, stop what you're doing, pretty much. All right. It reads here, the Department of Homeland Security had directed the state to stop blocking the U.S. border patrols access to roughly 2.5 miles of the U.S.-Mexico border. You see, so they're pretty much trying to get them to quit, to quit while they're ahead, okay, because clearly them stopping these immigrants to come across the border, it's interfering with their agenda and what their plan is. Okay, so I'm gonna play this video and bring out some precepts.
We're here today because of the impending end of Title 42 policy. According to the Biden administration itself, they anticipate about 13,000 people coming across the border illegally every single day.
Salaki, I'm not too sure what the problem is I'm having with my computer at the moment, but it's starting to overheat, so I'm gonna just let it load up a little bit.
If you extend that out over the course of a year, it means there will be about 4,700,000 people coming across the border a year. America is not open to people who are trying to come here illegally. If you want to come to the United States of America, you must do so legally, not illegally. The bottom line is, it did not have to be this way. But know this, Texas is doing more than any state in the history of the United States of America to defend our border. That includes deploying up to 10,000 National Guard members and 1,200 Texas Department of Public Safety troopers. Today, we are deploying a new National Guard unit. It's called the Texas Tactical Border Force. Right now, as we're speaking, the Texas National Guard is loading Black Hawk helicopters and C-130s, deploying specially trained National Guard members for the Texas Tactical Border Force. They will be deployed to hot spots along the border to intercept, to repel, and to turn back migrants who are trying to enter Texas illegally.
Okay, so hey, you see it for yourself. Okay, it's a lock here. You see it for yourself. All right, they're sending troops down there to the border. Okay, and you got this George W. Bush lookalike. All right, Greg Abbott, declaring, division, within America. Okay, so we're gonna bring it out in NLT. Lord willing, to still edify him. All right, this is Nahum. I'm starting verse 11. And you, Nineveh, will also stagger like a drunkard. You will hide for fear of the attacking enemy. All your fortresses will fall. They will be devoured like the ripe figs that fall into the mouths of those who shake the trees. Your troop will be as weak and helpless as women. The gates of your land will be opened wide to the enemy and set on fire and burned. You see? So the gates, which is the borders, okay, is opened to, open wide to our enemies. You see the invasion of people from Russia, okay, from China, Venezuela, Brazil, so on and so forth. Okay, hey, things are gonna start ramping up, man. They're gonna come in and like it says, set on fire and burned. Okay, they're gonna once that crisis of whatever it is takes place. Hey, it's gonna be like they say, biblical proportions. To biblical proportions, right? Daniel the 12th chapter says, it's like a time like never before, man. Okay, that's what's gonna come upon Babylon the Great, right? It says, get ready for the siege, store up water, strengthen the defenses, go into the pits, and trample clay and pack it in the molds and making bricks to repair the walls. You see? So let's look up that word siege. Siege, a military operation in which enemy forces surround a town or a building, cutting off essential supplies with the aim of compelling the surrender of those inside. Does that not sound like an invasion to me? Or does that not sound like an invasion? Right? Cutting off essential supplies. Didn't we just have cyber blackouts, cyber attacks on critical infrastructure? Okay, China is running, has power over the electrical grid, in certain parts of America, owning farmlands, right? So like the scriptures say, it says, get ready for the siege, right? This is about to take place here in America. It says, verse 15, but the fire will devour you, the sword will cut you down, the enemy will consume you like locusts, devouring everything they see. There will be no escape even if you multiply like swarming locusts. Okay? They're going to come in here and just start committing crime, man. Having no remorse, okay? No values, simply not giving a damn about what they do to you Babylonians out here, man. Let's go to Jeremiah 51. 51 and 27. Raise a signal flag to the nations and sound a battle cry. Mobilize them all against Babylon. Prepare them to fight against her. Are we not witnessing that as we speak? Okay. Are we not witnessing, the other nations gearing up, getting ready for war, especially primarily over there in the Middle East? Okay. And I made a lesson about how World War III is going to take place. Yeah, it's going to take place over there in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, but it's also going to take place here. Okay? It says, bring against her all the armies of the nations, led by the kings of the Medes and all their captains and officers. Well, who is that referring to? The Russians, man. Okay? That's led by the Russians and all their captains and officers coming, uh, tying in those BRICS nations: China, India, South Africa, Brazil. All right. It says the earth trembles and writhes in pain, for everything the Lord has planned against Babylon stands unchanged. It stands unchanged. You see, the book of in the book of Isaiah, the 55th chapter. All right, KJV. Right, let's get it. Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. You see? So, hey, wherever, you know, wherever the Lord has written, okay, whatever He has planned, hey, you better believe that it's gonna come to pass, man. Right? It says, Babylon will be desolate without a single inhabitant. Here's the point: her mightiest warriors no longer fight; they stay in their barracks. Their courage is gone. They have become like women. The invaders have burned the houses and broken down the city gates. You see, so you got these military troops, okay, that are out here, you know, trying to defend the borders, all right, and the border within, for the border crisis. But hey, man, these same individuals are going to forbear to fight, man. They're gonna go back into their little holes because it's gonna be so overwhelming to the point where they're not even gonna be able to withstand it, man. Okay, it's gonna get real bad, right? It says the news is passed from one runner to the next as the messengers hurry to tell the king that his city has been captured. All the escape routes are blocked. The marshes have been set aflame, and the army is in a panic. You see, they're going to be in complete panic, man. Right? They're going to go back and tell the king that the city has been captured. They're going to go back and tell the Biden administration. They're going to go back and tell those Congress men and women, senators, politicians, so on and so forth. You see, there is no stopping what the Lord has already set in store, man. All right, but let's go back up to Isaiah 19:2. All right, just to bring out the point, and we're gonna go back down. It says, Isaiah 19:2, I will make Egyptian fight against Egyptian, brother against brother, neighbor against neighbor, and city against city, province against province. Because as we see, Greg Abbott is pretty much declaring division or separation from, America. Okay, he made it very clear. He said Texas is the only state that's preventing this from continuing. Now we know that Texas is a very conservative state. It's a conservative state. It's a state that also condones and is for your Second Amendment, all right, which is the right to bear arms. But you got to think the federal government is trying to take that away from these people, man. So hey, man, it's gonna come a great division. All right, great division. That's why there's a movie coming out called Civil War that comes out April of this year. You see, because that's what you call predictive programming, because it's actually going to happen, and they're just letting you know before they do it. You see, they're going to go around the rivers and patrol the rivers, making sure that you ain't got people try to come through. You see, so it says, verse 3, the Egyptians will lose heart, and I will confuse their plans. They will plead with their idols for wisdom and call on spirits, mediums, and those who consult the spirits of the dead. They're going to revert, okay, They're going to revert, you know, to you know, their idols. Okay, those warlocks. Okay, those people that do rituals and spiritual seances and things of that nature to try to get some answers. Okay, but they're not going to get the answers that they need. And if they do, this going to they will be blatantly told, "Hey, it's the Lord," you know. But let's jump down to verse 14. This is NLT. Remember NLT. The Lord has sent a spirit of foolishness on them, so all their suggestions are wrong. They cause Egypt to stagger like a drunk in his vomit. There is nothing Egypt can do. All are helpless. Okay, so there's nothing that if the Lord has it written, or if the Lord spake it, there's nothing that people can do to prevent this from stopping, man. You know, it says the head and the tail, the noble palm branch and the lowly reed. In that day, the Egyptians will be as weak as women. They will cower in fear beneath the appraised fist of the Lord of Heaven's armies. You see, they're going to be in great fear, man. That's what's coming upon Babylon the Great. All right. So, hey, man, it's going to get real bad out here very soon. Okay, and we're actually witnessing and living out this here prophecy, man. All right, a siege, a takeover. All right, you know, to cut off the supplies. All right, that's what the definition of siege. Scriptures say, hey, get ready for the siege. See, forces surround a town or a building, cutting off essential supplies, with the aim of compelling the surrender of those inside. Okay, you know, so hey, coming to America, the invasion of America. Okay, so that was pretty much it through the Spirit. Lord willing, it was edifying. I know it was kind of short, you know, but like I said, I had did a whole lesson and more in depth prior to, but you know, hey, the word still got out. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. All right, so with that, I'd like to give our honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bracha, Hagdash. And until next time, Shalom.